Hello again. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles, and this time it's a very special episode like those sitcoms used to have. We're talking about our favorite Christmas movies, or maybe our least favorite Christmas movies, or just some Christmas movies. I guess we're about to find out.
Maybe
because
even
this
fight
is pretty
about
much,
what is the Christmas movie.
yeah, off the cuff kind of a conversation. This isn't rehearsed or planned out. We don't even really know what we're doing. It's just something about Christmas movies. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fitton, along with Richard from Calvin Wazoo, Mike from Hubtunes, and ladies and gentlemen, the man that gave opening a package at Christmas an entirely different meaning, Craig from Craig's Vinyl Plethora.
That's me.
I had a snowball joke too. I went with the present one.
But that's good. I mean, I like it. It's probably both are appropriate. But what's he gonna do?
So, who's going first with some of their favorite Christmas movies? I think Mike should go first.
I hate Christmas movies.
Why?
I've never liked them.
Oh, well, that explains it.
I hate
Yeah.
There's good
It's clear now. I completely understand your point of view.
Also, it's kind of hot in here.
Well, get on out of it.
Were you traumatized while watching a Christmas movie?
No, I've never liked them. I don't know.
What
It's
about
just
like the
sexy.
adult movies like Bad Santa?
Yeah, like Bad Santa and Female Trouble are great. You know,
Female Trouble's a Christmas movie?
Well, there's a Christmas scene in it.
Yeah, well, some of my movies I have them because there's a Christmas scene. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I can't breathe. I can't breathe in here.
Take it off.
what about Black Christmas? That's not really a,
Take it up. Take it up.
that's a Christmas movie where people are being murdered.
Right. I found a whole
that's
genre of
good.
Christmas movies that are horror movies.
Oh, yeah, Christmas. Well, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and
Yeah.
the sequels.
Yep.
With the Santa
All
Claus,
kinds of
Violent
good stuff.
Night. That's a recent one where it's literally Santa Claus, not just
Oh, that
someone
was
dressed
pretty
up as
good.
Santa Claus, but he saves
Yeah, that
them.
was-
Well, then you have Krampus too. Krampus.
So you
about
do like
the-
some Christmas
the bad
movies.
Santa.
Yeah, the violent ones where people die,
Yeah, like Die
Yeah.
Hard.
like Die Hard.
Die Hard. Classic Christmas movie.
It's
One
a
of my
Christmas-
It's a
favorite
Christmas
Christmas
movie
movies.
because if it weren't, Christmas is central to the plot. Because
Yeah.
Christmas
I
is the entire
understand.
reason they're in the building after hours. If it wasn't for Christmas, they wouldn't be there.
Right, but
it
it's
came out
still
at
not
Christmas
a
time.
Yeah, it came
holiday
out at Christmas.
festive Christmas movie.
Well, why do they have to be festive all the time? I mean,
I
really,
remember
it is.
Because
Sometimes
they have
you need
Christmas
to be
decorations
festive.
all over. It's in New York City and it's Christmas time.
Okay,
and
fine. It's
We
a
went
goddamn
to see
Christmas
Die Hard
movie.
on Christmas Day when
Yeah.
it came out. Everyone did it. It was a huge movie at the time,
Right.
and it came out right at Christmas.
It's a traditional Christmas Eve watch for me because I keep thinking every time, what employer is going to make all of their employees show up at a party on Christmas Eve? He deserves to have his business blown to hell.
Oh yeah, I can think of several corporations that would do that, no problem.
Yeah,
I
probably.
can think of some that would have Christmas. I can think of some that would have New Year's Eve parties and make all their employees show up New Year's Eve because I'm a big CEO of a corporation. I don't have any friends and family, so I'm just going to. I don't understand that stuff, so I'm just going to make my employees show up New Year's Eve.
By proxy.
There's also Gremlins. That's not really a
Yeah, Gremlins. It's a Christmas time.
a heartwarming.
Yeah. It's a
Type
bit,
thing.
Gremlins was never, I like the total sappy ones like It's a Wonderful Life. It's a great one.
Wow, no.
Yeah.
I've never seen It's
You've
a Wonderful
never
Life.
seen
You
It's a
don't
Wonderful
need to
Life?
see it. You
I
need to
like
listen to that Joni
I've
Mitchell
never.
album.
I can quote tons of it to you, but I've never seen it. Every time an angel gets its wing, a bell rings or whatever.
Oh, you forgot the
attaboy,
best part of
Clarence.
it, though. It's teacher says every time a bell
Oh,
rings, an
teacher
angel
says.
gets its wings.
Teacher
Well, the
says.
teacher needs to be fired.
Yeah, teacher needs
I'm
to be
going to call the
fired.
school board.
Attaboy,
still a
Clarence.
Department
Yeah,
of
never
Education.
seen that. Never seen It's a Wonder, or we just said It's a Wonderful Life. I've never seen Miracle on 34th Street.
I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. So
yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's pretty.
I wanted to be one of the only people in the world that had not seen either one of those movies, so I've made it my mission in life to never watch them.
This is what I watch every year.
People are being killed at Christmas. Check out it's kind of obscure, but I think it might be on YouTube. It's a TV movie from 1972 with Sally Field called Home for the Holidays. Now there's a theatrical movie called Home for the Holidays with like Holly Hunter or something. That's not the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this is one
and
with Sally
Jodie Foster directed that.
This family gets back together at Christmas time, and they are a completely dysfunctional family, and they start getting murdered one by one. It's a very, campy's the wrong word, but it's a typical, if you like early 70s TV movie horror movies. TV movies from the 70s, they have a certain feel to them.
Right.
When they're horror movies or suspense movies, they just have a certain feel because they can't rely on gore and violence. Right. They're TV movies, so they have to have this kind of gothic setting, and that's kind of what this is. Home for the Holidays
with Sally Field.
Sally Field.
Sally Field.
This is one I routinely listen to. I watch every year. December Boys. It's a Daniel Radcliffe stars in this, and it's about these orphans raised in this Australian orphanage. It's also a seminary, and because all their birthdays are in December, they get sent to this little village on the coast, and they're vying to be the most desirable kid to be adopted by this family. In this place. It's an interesting movie. I like it. December Boys. Check it out.
There's a movie about a school that closes down for the holidays, and it's only got a few students left in it because they're not going home.
That new one?
They have nothing to go home to. Yeah, it's a newer one with Paul what's his name?
Paul Giamatti.
Giamatti. That's pretty good.
Great movie.
Giamatti, yeah. It's really good.
So good.
Yeah. What's it called?
That's a really good movie.
Yeah, no idea. I think
I was almost kind of nominated to watch that, but
but I'm glad watch it anyway. Even though it was nominated for an Oscar, don't let that steer you away from it. Go ahead and watch it.
So, do any of you think Life of Brian?
I'm going to get so much shit for not knowing it.
But I guess it could.
The Holdovers.
The Holdovers, yeah.
Oh, what a forgettable name! No wonder we didn't know.
Yeah, that's why we didn't remember it. But
but great movie.
Such a good movie, though. The cast was so great, and everybody in it was good. And I think he's quite an underrated actor. Like he's really most films I've seen him in, or he's just so brilliant. Like he just does ordinary very well.
Yeah, he does.
But
who is this again?
Paul Giamatti.
The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Yeah. Because we always have to mention that Craig's a gay Mormon. Anyways, I do. Nobody else does, but it's whatever. But of course, I have got my Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I've got my Christmas stories here. This one has a wonderful one called Mr. Kruger's Christmas. And I don't know how they did it. Mr. Kruger's Christmas, not as in Freddy. I don't know how they did it, but they got Jimmy Stewart to do a 40-minute LDS film. It's quite interesting, but the one that is really
is he a church member? Was he a church member?
No, Stewart? No, he was not. As far as I know, Gladys Knight is, but now this is Johnny Lingo is not a Christmas story, but on this there is a wonderful story called Christmas Snows, Christmas Winds. Christmas Snows, Christmas Winds it's breathtaking. It's
Sounds like a Jethro Tull album.
It's dramatic. It's
like
we're having feelings. So Christmas Snow, Christmas Winds takes place back in the day, and there's this guy reliving his childhood, and he's remembering all the things of Christmas. He's remembering the smell of the gingerbread, and he's remembering cutting down the Christmas tree, and he's remembering the decoration. And I also remember this, flash, flash, flash. And then he remembers this, and he remembers this, and he remembers this. And I also remember this, flash, flash, flash. And it's flashing a girl with braids playing the French horn. And all through this, we're going through, I remember this, I remember this, I remember this, flash, 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 tuba girl, or excuse me,
Heidi
French
and the
horn girl.
Horns.
Come to find out, this poor little German girl, that her and her family moved to this little town. Everybody made fun of her because she had braids and she was different. She looked like Cindy Brady and she played the French horn and she was different. And her life was ruined because these children made fun of her, and his life was ruined because he made fun of her. And that was the lesson we learned. Now, funny, even more story about Christmas Snow, Christmas Winds. When I lived in Seattle, I would have the missionaries come over and I would feed them. And I was like, oh, you guys, Johnny Lingo, I'm mentioning all these 70s and 80s LDS things, right? And they're like, yeah, no, we've never seen this. So I'm like, oh, you guys got to watch Christmas Snow, Christmas Winds, right? So I put it on. I kid you not. We're watching this. One of the guys, he goes, wait, go back. And I go back. Rewind that. He points at it. He goes, that's my mom. His mom he never knew that she was in Christmas Snows because she was playing the flute.
A lot of secrets
And
in that church.
she wasn't happy with me.
Yeah, a lot of secrets in the Mormon
how
church,
am I supposed I'm like, how am I supposed to know that you were the girl playing the flute in Christmas Snow, Christmas Winds? And then, just for me, I feel like this always sums up holiday after I watch my LDS Christmas, Donnie and Marie's 1978 Christmas show. It's not a movie, but it's holiday, and it's Donnie and Marie, and they're Mormon.
Oh,
now you know
there
what?
you have it. That's my
Your childhood was traumatized.
Right?
Yeah, Freddy Krueger Christmas. That's not even don't give it Hollywood any ideas.
No, Mr. Krueger, not Freddy Krueger. His name wasn't Freddy.
Won't be Visions of Sugar Plums.
Oh, wait,
well, there is a movie called Nightmare on Christmas Eve.
He was Willie Krueger. Jimmy Stewart played Willie Krueger, a lonely janitor whose life is brightened by the visit of
double
Christmas
entendres
carolers.
Just overfloweth.
Mm-hmm. The Christmas carolers came and saved his life.
I'm sure I know of a Christmas movie that Craig enjoys even more than those, and it's another TV movie. This one is from 1984, and it stars Dolly Parton, but it also stars Anita Morris, which she is always terrific. I was a big fan. She passed away, but I loved Anita Morris. She was in Ruthless People. She was in Ruthless People was the big thing, but she was also in the Rolling Stones music video for She Was Hot. But Anita Morris, and the movie is called A Smoky Mountain Christmas. John Ritter is in that movie as well. Yeah, you got to check that out. Now, how long is that?
And Danny Goki.
I think I've seen that.
It's kind of hard to find because it's a TV movie, but is
right,
that
how long
this is on there? This is a bootleg. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Another TV movie that I really liked was The Homecoming, which turned out to be the pilot for the Waltons.
Oh, Richard. What I was going to say was you have to be careful with the Smoky Mountain Christmas because there's like an edited version of it where they cut out a lot of the John Ritter stuff, and they cut out some other things too. They cut out one of the songs, and it's like 74 minutes long or something like that. You want the 95 or 100-minute version, not the 74-minute version, because there's two versions of it. So that's what I was going to say. Make sure you get the longer one.
I got to write that down.
Yes.
I think this says 133.
The Homecoming was a good TV movie. The Waltons TV show, bleh.
I think it has all the songs and everything.
Patricia Neal. She's always been one of my favorite favorite actresses.
Isn't she the woman? Didn't Patricia Neal advertise like adult diapers later in life?
I remember she advertised an easy oven cleaner.
Was it Easy Oven? Yeah, same thing.
She's like, I'm cleaning my oven, and she just sits there.
I don't know who this is.
She was on a lot of shows.
I thought she was a fantastic actress.
1952.
Around these parts, a great Christmas movie is Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland.
That is a good movie. I like that. I like the soundtrack too.
It's actually a really good movie. And it's not a cheerful. Mike might like Meet Me in St. Louis. It is a musical, so Craig might like it too.
Oh my God.
Oh.
No.
It's got my favorite Christmas song ever.
O'Hare, whatever her name is.
Too much song.
Yeah. Margaret.
But it's a melancholy thing. They keep moving. And they think they're going to miss the World's Fair, and it's where the song "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" comes from. Yes. But the original version of "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" has some different lyrics, and it was considered too sad, so they changed the lyrics for the traditional version. Like there is no "Hang a shining star upon the highest bough." That's not in the original version. The original version is "Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow."
Yes.
So it's that kind of a Christmas movie.
Well, no, that's those lines are both in the song.
How dare you?
But Margaret O'Brien is why I will never watch that movie ever again.
Why? What do you have against her?
No, in that I love Margaret O'Brien, but not in that movie. She's a whiny little annoying bitch. I wanted to punch her in the face through the entire movie.
Well, maybe that's what the character was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. She was obnoxious, and I was like, I never want to see this movie ever again.
Character.
Oh my God.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care.
That's how I feel about that one girl that cut off the teddy bear's ear in the Golden Girls.
Shut your whore mouth.
I don't care that she's some singer. She cut off Rose's teddy bear's ear.
That's
now, did I say that I don't love she was in The Secret Garden. I love Margaret O'Brien.
Another movie that I like to watch this time of year. It's based on the short story by James Joyce that you can find in the Dubliners, but it's The Dead, because it takes place at a holiday party. What's that?
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's a fantastic short story, and it's also it's a John Huston film with what's her name now? Angelica Houston.
Angelica,
plays.
Oh, I think I've seen
87 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I've seen this. Yeah. It's good.
I've seen that.
Well, see now, Mike, we've got some Christmas movies for you.
Yeah,
There's always Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah, no, I've tried, man.
Bing Crosby is another one. Yeah, it's really wild that Bing Crosby is like the voice of Christmas with that Christmas album, considering how he was with his own family.
Oh, I know. He was such a piece of shit. My mother told me that when I was like 10 years old, because he was like on TV for the Christmas special, and she told me all about Bing Crosby, and I was like, what?
Bing, a bad dude.
Yeah, I never liked him around Christmas time. I never played that album or watched any of his Christmas fake ass bullshit.
Yeah,
I really like his Christmas.
I don't even like that David Bowie song with that. He's doing Peace on Earth, or David Bowie's doing Peace on Earth.
Yeah, Peace on Earth.
No, he's doing Little Drummer Boy, right? With Bing.
To me, this is a Christmas
Little Drummer
movie.
Boy, and then they're doing.
Because it ends on Christmas. The ending of the movie is they're all celebrating Christmas together.
So it's a Thanksgiving movie?
Yeah, it doesn't make it.
It's Christmas.
This being a New Year's Eve movie by a week.
Starts on Thanksgiving and ends on Christmas.
It could have been a.
Well, Nightmare Before Christmas, begins after Halloween, but to me, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Well, it has Christmas in the title.
We just watched that on Sunday night, actually. Nightmare, the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Never seen it.
Yeah, we just watched that Sunday
You've
night.
never seen it?
Oh my god, it's so
Craig.
No, those
Oh,
little
Craig.
that little
Very
skeleton.
time.
I'm sorry, that little skeleton guy is creepy as fuck. I don't want to watch
It's
that.
adorable.
Watch it, man.
No,
You'll
they're
love
creepy as
It's
fuck.
a
I don't want to
musical.
watch it.
It's a musical.
So
I
got
am
great
aware of that. I know
songs.
some of the songs.
Has
Yeah.
anybody seen Love Actually?
Yes, that's one. You know, that's
Now,
not
that's
bad
a
movie.
Christmas movie that I think everybody can find something in. I don't really
Yeah.
care because it's all about different characters, and I don't care
Right.
about a lot of the
Yes.
characters. But the one guy, the music, the washed up classic rock guy, is
Yeah.
the best part of that movie. It's the only good part of that movie.
Is he the one who's trying to reconcile with his
I like
son?
that movie.
I think so, but he's the
Yeah.
one where they
Yeah,
try to get him to do a Christmas version of his big hit and change the lyrics or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's all cynical about it. He
Right.
goes on an interview show where they've got a boy band on there, and he's like all cynical, and the boy band is like, "What the hell?" It tells the kids don't buy drugs. Become a pop star, and they give them to you for free. You know, that whole thing.
Isn't he the same actor also who is in that that series, Netflix series between the angel and Satan? Isn't he?
I don't know what that is.
Oh God, what is the name of that series? And they started a new season. Anyway, I like that. I like that movie
I'm gonna be Arnold. What you talking about, Richard? There's Christmas Gift. Christmas Gift. This is from 1980 something, and stars John Denver and that chick. What's her name?
Olivia Newton-John.
No. The
Deborah
mom from that one show.
Joan Crawford.
No. From Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, her.
Oh yeah, funny lady.
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand.
Yes, Barbara Streisand. It actually doesn't
Little known
say
fact.
her name
Barbara
on it.
Streisand was in
Christmas Gift, John Denver. It's John freaking Denver. And of course, you had the John Denver Muppets Christmas special. I mean, those aren't really movies, but I mean, you know, you have to. I mean, Chipmunks, Christmas, Garfield, the
Cloris
Smurfs.
Leachman?
I mean, that's
No.
not Cloris
It's, look up Malcolm in the Middle.
No,
and
Cloris was
who
in
played the mother.
I am. It says Cloris Leachman, and then there's
well, she was
Jane
like grandma.
Kazmarek.
Krasinski.
Yeah. No, not Jane Krasinski. She was in Ally McBeal. Jane Kazmarek.
So
That's what I said.
Kazmarek.
I thought you said Krakowski or whatever, the blonde
I didn't say
chick.
anything. Ski. Mike said that.
I just heard whatever. She has.
You know, a movie I used to really like, and I don't like as much anymore, and it's mostly because of the people in it. Is they kind of taint it? Is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
I hated all those Christmas vacation, all those vacation movies. I hated
There's
them
only
all.
one Christmas Vacation, but
There's two. It has a sequel.
Yeah, there's two of them, and they both suck. In my opinion,
a sequel for this.
Yeah, it's all about Randy Quaid's character, and he's on an island or something.
Oh, I did not know that.
It was like a straight-to-video, not even.
I used to love the magazine, National Lampoon.
And Chevy Chase probably isn't in it, right?
No.
Well, there's a sequel to this too.
Yeah, it's similar to the sequel to it, where it's straight to TV or straight to video or whatever. Yeah.
Like we all have ADHD.
And I don't have much left here, but I mean, we can discuss more. This was another great TV Christmas movie. Don't you
know about that?
No, don't you? This is good.
Right.
And like
for the Smoky Mountain Christmas, where they hang a wall.
Well, no, Smoky Mountain Christmas is the best one, but then didn't
your daddy ever hang a wall for you?
I'd like to spend Christmas with Santa. That song's on there.
Did I mention Scrooged?
Yes, you did.
Oh, sorry.
Nobody needs Scrooged.
I love that movie. I think it's just great.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's no elf.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
Elf is all
No.
right. Elf is pretty funny with what's
Elf?
his name? Will Ferrell.
No. I
Will
love
Edward
me
Ferrell
some Zoe
Scissorhands?
is
Deschanel,
he's
you know.
just Will Ferrell
Oh,
has never
Edward
been.
Scissorhands, yeah.
Edward
No.
Scissorhands is great,
So I
especially
mean,
if you
I
see it in the
say
theater.
no. I say no and all of this shit against Elf, and maybe it's a lovely movie. I don't know. Will motherfucking Ferrell's in it, so I will not watch it.
Yeah, I'm that way
I
about Will
cannot
Ferrell too.
stand him. I will not. And when he's acting, like I've seen clips, and that's all I need to see because he's acting
over
like
the
a
top.
fucking moron.
He's
And I
he's
cannot
he's
stand it.
a
He's very
childlike,
derivative.
I get
mentality.
it, but it's like that type of humor is not funny to me.
He's
It's why I
very
don't like
derivative.
Adam
I mean,
Sandler. It's why I don't like Jim Carrey. They're not funny. They're stupid. There's nothing humorous about what they do.
Jim Carrey got a lot better. I mean, yeah, early on he was like the dumb thing, but Jim Carrey, man, he's pretty nuanced. I
mean,
think
he was good in Once Bitten before anybody knew who he was. And to think it happened on Mulberry Street or whatever that TV movie was with the gay
He
kid.
was on In Living Color.
Yeah, that's what made me not like him.
Oh my God, I loved In Living Color. You know what they say about Jim?
No, I like that show.
You know what they say about Jim Carrey?
He's Jim Carrey.
I've heard that.
Oh, Jim Carrey's.
Yeah, he's carrying a lot.
He's carrying.
I have a lot more respect for him these days because he just totally has abandoned Hollywood and tells all the
and that's horrible. I just his humor.
Here's a weird title for a Christmas movie: In the Good Old Summertime. That's a Christmas movie from the 50s. It has Judy Garland and Van Johnson in it.
Oh, Van Johnson.
I love Judy Garland.
I used to love Van Johnson.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let me look who Van Johnson is.
Van Johnson was my mom's favorite actor.
My grandmother loved Van Johnson, and that's how I knew who he was when I was, AI.
He died in 2008. He was 92 years old when he died.
He was a dancer as well.
He was Van Johnson. Oh, what?
He was. The rumor is he was closeted.
Oh, he was a gay. Okay.
He
was originally a Broadway dancer.
There you go.
Personal life. He was married to Eve Abbott.
The freckle-faced boy next door actor.
Gay.
So what movie did you say? It's Good Old Summertime?
In the Good Old Summertime. It's a Christmas movie. And the reason it's called In the Good Old Summertime is because it's got a song in it called In the Good Old Summertime that they're looking for in the music shop. It's about two people that work in a music store. Like a music
because doesn't Nat King Cole do that song?
I don't know.
Pretty sure.
Okay, so you know what's even better than Christmas movies is looking up Christmas episodes of your favorite TV shows. We did that a couple years in a row, and it was so much better than watching Christmas movies because all the characters, so sentimental. The shows you grew up with, and now that we have streaming and all of these things are on demand, you can make a marathon out of just Christmas episodes.
I never thought of doing that before. I really never thought of doing it.
Yeah, I've never thought of doing that.
Yeah. Well, you haven't thought of doing it because it probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't want to do it.
Not my wheelhouse.
But shall I say this? He's better than a doctor. He's Santa Claus.
Okay, you can say that.
Thanks for saying that.
Robert Fitton doesn't even get that?
No. Is that Smoky Mountain Christmas?
Superstar. Yeah, he's better than a doctor. He's Santa Claus. Oh my God. Carol loses her voice and can't sing in the Christmas festivities. And Cindy asks Santa to give her voice back so she can sing at church on Christmas Day. One and only Brady Bunch Christmas episode. There was only one.
Well, I wasn't talking about the Brady. I thought you were talking about Three's Company or something. You said Cindy.
No. Christmas. No, I said Cindy Brady. She's Chrissy Snow. Jeez,
Yeah.
You should like still Brady Bunch.
I'm not Brady Bunch is kind of mid to me. I mean, I get the big references like Marsha, and whatever, but I'm not a big Brady Bunch know all the references.
Me neither. We didn't get the channel that when we were kids. We didn't get that channel that it was on, so I never watched it until I was probably an adult. I don't even think I've seen them all.
It was on after.
Oh, I grew up watching that.
It was on after Scooby-Doo when I got home from school.
Yeah,
another Christmas movie that I liked when I first saw it in the theater, this was more recent, so I was an adult when I saw it, but I really liked it. I thought it was well done. And then like a couple of years later, I saw it again, and I'm like, yeah, this is more weird than it is well done. Is the Polar Express?
Oh yeah, that movie kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh,
just maybe because it's of the way that the CGI is with the characters and everything.
It gives me motion sickness.
Yeah,
I need to take a. Yeah.
I really liked it the first time I saw it at the theater. I'm like, wow, this is probably the best Christmas movie ever. I was probably a little high or something, but yeah,
probably.
All right, so thoughts on Christmas movies?
Yeah, those are good thoughts.
We didn't talk any Peanuts or.
Well, those aren't movies.
You know, Charlie Brown.
Well, you were the Grinch, and
I like Charlie Brown
Christmas. Stop motion ones. I always liked the Charlie Brown Halloween. The Christmas one was okay, but the thing I find really, really funny about a Charlie Brown Christmas is you get this preachy thing at the end about how Christmas is all about Jesus and it's not about commercialism and it's not Christmas is over commercialized and blah, blah, blah. It's all about, and then the Linus stands there with a blanket and reads out of the Bible or whatever. Here's the funny part about that. If you watch a Charlie Brown Christmas for the last 40 years or whatever, the very beginning of it, there's a really hard edit. They probably smoothed it out recently.
Oh, I remember that. Yes,
technology.
Yes.
But there's a hard edit where the song is ending at the very beginning and then it cuts to something else. What is edited out is in the original version that only aired like a couple of times. Whatever's happening is Snoopy or whatever, or somebody's talking or singing or whatever, and then the camera pans to the side and Snoopy is there reminding everybody to have a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
And laws were passed like 2 years later that you can't have advertising in children's programming. And so they had to cut that out. And I just think it's hilarious that this preachy little show about Jesus and all that, and that's the true meaning of Christmas, actually had to have a commercial cut out of it. Crass commercialism cut out of it itself. And it's really kind of hypocritical. It's a hyputical show.
I always like the music.
I like that Vince Guaraldi song though.
It's great. I have the album, so
I do too.
I don't like the Christmas stuff. Christmas time is here.
Time is here. Carols everywhere.
Which I think is another Charlie Brown stuff too. It's not just the Christmas.
That's in a lot. That's in the Thanksgiving.
But I did like the Great Pumpkin. I did like that one better than
Charlie Brown.
I like a Charlie Brown Christmas, but that shit at the excuse me. To me, it's shit at the end. It's
I don't need all that.
All these olives are good.
Oh, I love olives.
Oh, I hate olives.
They could really fucking love olives. Oh, look,
that's one of the only jazz things I have.
Wow,
he's glamorous.
It's actually very difficult, or at least I have found it very difficult to find Vince Guaraldi albums, and he has quite a few.
They're very difficult to find.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts about Christmas movies?
Nope.
I mean, I do need to say in the Garfield Christmas special when they light up the tree and everybody goes,
Garfield.
it's amazing. Garfield.
What happened when Christmas?
I'm just saying when they light up the tree and everybody goes, ooh, it's amazing.
All right. We hope everyone has a happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus for the rest of us, whatever you're celebrating.
Feliz Navidad.
Right. Prospero Aino y Felicitat.
We
are the Vinyl Community Guncles, and we will talk to you again with our regular programming of years of tops and bottoms and album reviews and music games and all kinds of fun stuff. And still to come, we will do our favorite things from the year 2024. And what will those be? Well, that's up to each of us individually, because we're all just individuals. The individuals we are Robert Fithen, along with
Richard at Calvin Wazoo,
Craig's Vinyl Plethora,
Mike at Hubtoons.
Sorry, this was such a complete fucking mess.
I thought it went well.
We love it.
Yeah,
it's lovely. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays.